What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Harrison, and today we're talking about the microtransactions that are in Dragon's Dogma 2. Um, I feel like people are kind of blowing it out of proportion a little bit, especially compared to other games. And I understand that Dragon's Dogma 2 is a single player only game, so it's weird that it has microtransactions, but a lot of single player games have microtransactions. And to be honest, before I saw all the conversation online, I was like, "Wait, there's microtransactions in this game?" Because when I say when you boot up the game, you go and you either hit new game or continue. There's not a single ad or pop up or anything about microtransactions or buying stuff in the store. There's nothing. There's a Microsoft Store um you know button that you can click and it'll take you to the store where those microtransactions are. But other than that, there's nothing. There's no in-game pop-up that says, "Hey, if you want to buy more fairy stones, go to the store." There's nothing like that. So I don't know if people just don't know that. I don't know if a lot of the conversation is people that, let's be honest, it's Twitter. So a lot of people will make their opinions before even playing a game. So that's very possible. That's probably what's going on. But yeah, I assume that a lot of people just have not played the game, because again, if you've played it, you're probably like me and probably didn't even know there was a store to purchase things because everything you can get um, within the game. Um, so yeah, it's just a little bit weird to me that people are having such a fuss about it, because there's so many other games that have these constant pop-ups. I mean, even stuff like Ubisoft's games, Assassin's Creed, like they do have microtransactions in those. And when you boot up an Assassin's Creed game, like you're getting bombarded with notifications and the Microsoft Store and the season and stuff like that. This one, you just boot the game up and you're playing. Again, you don't. I didn't even know there was any microtransactions in the game, and I went and I looked them up, and yeah, I mean they're you can get items and stuff. I'm sure there's maybe you could buy gold. I'm not 100% sure what you can buy in there. I did do a recording of the store, but I didn't actually look through each individual item. But I know there are like fairy stones, and I guess that's kind of where the controversy lies as well, because there is fast traveling in the game, but it's not just unlimited fast travel. You do have a set amount of fast traveling with these things called fairy stones, where once you go to a town or a village or somewhere on the map where there's a um uh specific, it's like a purple stone that you go to, and that's kind of your fast travel point, and you have to use these fairy stones in the game to actually be able to fast travel. Now there's stuff like the ox cart where you can, if you're in a city or a village, you can use the ox cart to quote unquote kind of fast travel to another city or village. Think like the Grand Theft Auto, when you get into a taxi, you can either just choose to skip the scene, or you can kind of watch, from inside of the ox cart or inside of the car, to your destination. It's just kind of like a very chill moment there. And there, I guess, potentially you could get attacked by monsters on the road, but I haven't had that happen to me yet. So there is fast traveling, but it's not unlimited. So I think that's where the controversy lies. Is there you have the option to buy these fairy stones, but it's limited. It's not like an unlimited amount that you can keep purchasing. You purchase it once, and that's it. You can't buy it again. So again, I don't think it's as egregious as people say it is. Yes, it's a single player game with microtransactions, and I know the word microtransactions, people hate it because they just don't want it in their game. But you don't have to. My opinion on this is you don't have to mess with it. You don't have to purchase anything. Again, you're not being like tempted to buy them. You're not being advertised to buy them constantly. So you can choose not to even go into the store at all. You know, I think that's just the way of the future. I think every single game is probably going to have microtransactions at some point. I know a lot of stuff doesn't right now. Like Sony stuff is pretty good about that, like Last of Us and um Spider-Man. Although, I mean, you can buy suits. So what's the difference, I guess? I did see an option where you can buy a suit in Spider-Man. So yeah, at this point, every single player game has some sort of microtransactions, whether it's, you know, an in-game item that you can use or some sort of like skin or cosmetic. But you can get these items in the game by just playing it. So far they've been kind of very few and far between. Like I think I've only unlocked maybe 2 or 3 in my hours of playing it, but again, it's something that you can unlock, but just by playing the game, you don't have to buy it. So, again, I think it's just people kind of blowing it out of proportion a little bit. People have got to complain about something. You know, the game does have some frame rate issues and stuff like that. And, you know, people are kind of a little bit upset about the fast traveling in general, is because it's not like most games where you just have unlimited fast travel. You just have to unlock maybe the fast travel point. Um, so maybe that's an issue, but you know, the developer talked about why they decided to go that route, because the moment to moment gameplay, you know, when you're traveling, you know, through the world is fun, and you know, you're constantly getting attacked by monsters and fighting new stuff. So I get the design choice, but again, going back to the microtransactions, you don't have to indulge in it. You can just skip it entirely. And if you say, hey, you know, maybe I want a couple of extra, you know, items, I can have that option to purchase. I think options are always good in gaming. But I'm just happy there's no sort of like in-game advertisement for the store. I think it's just fine. So if you guys have played Dragon's Dogma, because I don't know if I really want your opinion if you haven't played it, not to be mean or disrespectful, but I'm kind of tired of people giving their opinions on something they just have not played at all. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because you don't know what's actually going on. You're just kind of taking people's words, and then it kind of just snowballs from there. So yeah, if you played the game, do the microtransactions bother you? Yeah, and let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the I don't know what to do with my hands. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll let YouTube algorithm pick one of my videos below for you guys to watch. Give it a click, and I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.